Hi guys, let's first start the video with a laugh, a smile at least, right? The wallpaper. And the wiki too. Now, if you never saw that before, maybe you've got a smile on your face, and that's worth gold. Super F7. Let's go for it. So we've rebuilt it with the latest grub, the newest grub. Version 3. Wow. 3 changes. And the only thing we did was get rid of the penguin tux, the poor thing. It would have probably looked great on real metal. But, right? Choices. Simple as that. So what do we get? Maybe we have not looked at it until now. So we have some things in here already. I did not add anything. Yep, it's still XFCE. I'll tell you what I've added if I see it. XFCE, that's mine. And all the rest, not. Well, let's start by installing it. For future reference, et voila. What's that? There's a number here. So we're doing it differently here than I do it on ArcoLinux. Whatever, as long as you have the right version, it doesn't really matter. No swap. Let's take with Hibernate. That's a bit much, but okay, whatever. Just by, so every single time I install on, if I test, right, every single time I choose something different, another way of file system, another partitioning scheme, whatever. So we test it thoroughly. After the release of January, I've installed 90 times an ISO, not the same ISO. 30 ISOs times 3. So it's thoroughly tested, this particular Calamars version. Let's pause here. And we can restart. Let's have a look. Ah, I still have the tux. Why is tux still there? Why is tux still there? Boot up. Investigation. Oh, user, open folder, yeah. File system, user, share, grub, I guess. Grub, okay. Themes, polylight. Everything is here. We can clean this up, that up. That is not there. And then we have the icons. Oh, GNU Linux. Oh, it's another penguin. It's a nicer penguin. This is a fat penguin. It's a thin penguin. Waste of time, waste of time. Okay. This happens, guys, all the time. It is standard routine. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It is the story of building ISOs. If you're not up to that, if you can't laugh with that, don't do it. Simple, don't do it. So, the crux. Alright, well, it never can be a crux any time. Control C, Control V. That's the original one. If you want to go back at some point in time, we can. Control C, Control V. We're going to rename it to GNU-Linux, and that's correct. It exists already. Duh. and then change it to GNU Linux PNG. All right. Is it not a little bit fat compared to all the others? This is so big, right? Okay. And we can use the time to make it a little bit smaller. Actually, Eric, I haven't seen it yet. That's true. I haven't seen it yet. Let's test it first. Oh, wrong file. Sorry, I had to reboot. I had an update for system D things. I rebooted, so give me some time. All right, it's pushed. Back to the package build. Back to the package build. Where are you? There he is. So number 3 becomes number 4. I don't have to add anything. And there is some command I can actually sign it at the same time. I have to read the man make package again because everything is happening with scripts on the other end. And scripts make your life easy, but with scripts you kind of forget the switches. And that's the point. That isn't already enough to remember. Cut repo this, Ctrl V, up, git, APK, and we have to wait for this one to kick in. So number 4 is gonna be there. I'm gonna rebuild it, but let's first wait and pause the video here and test it. I'll build it and then I'll come back. All right, I build it again. Super 7, and that's all you do all the time. Build, 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 build. Small thing, change, build. Small thing, change, build. Don't do 10 things, 30 things, 40 things in one go, because then you think, why is it not working now? Because of one of those 30 things. So if you change one thing, you know it. That's the thing. That's where it went wrong, and then you can analyze and think why it's going wrong. So choose your battles, be smart about it, and don't start doing all things in one go, because then you realize what you don't know, why it's going wrong. Let's take a swap to file now. Everything needs to be tested. And let's pause. And there it is. Let's restart everything again. Now remember, it's a very stupid small screen that we have in VirtualBox, but imagine the real thing. So yeah, it's kind of big. It's kind of big, but that's okay, right? That's okay. So you need to replace it with your logo, whatever you wanna use later on. And next time, so tomorrow, I'll have other things to do, true, but later on the week we'll be doing all this, changing this a little bit, right? Because this is the default look. Some of the things kind of need to be changed, but basically here it ends. We've done everything, the 3 steps. We took all the steps. Grub, we've changed Plasma to XFCE, and the scripts, we've changed the scripts as well. So maybe shut down, log out, shut down, voila. 9 minutes going. So what I'll do off video is make it a little bit smaller, the icon a little bit smaller, but that's not so urgent. We can always navigate through Carli 11. I'll put that online. Okay, don't know what I should write here, so right mouse click, you do the same as I do now here. And you see, okay, grub, Carli final, so the grub, we've changed grub. So grub changes. Well, it's pushed online, and you can have a look. If you do that again, you'll see it's online. Et voila, you can read. We've changed this to that. Okay, we've changed some text. We told him that he can look around for other things here. Our idea with asterisk paid off to get rid of everything. Carli has been added. Carli poly has been added with Mate, GNOME, Plasma. So if you switch around and you choose Plasma again, you'll have it. Then versions, Plasma to XFCE, clean everything up. This is gone. XFCE is important now. Versions are not used, date is used, and so on. You can actually follow bit by bit what we've done. And if you're saying, oh no, we made all the wrong choices, right? Carli 10, Carli 11, compare. This is what we've changed. We went into the grub. That's what the goal was, change the grub. And we have a polylight theme now. And we've changed sdm.conf, XFCE and Plasma, yeah, of course. And then Carli final, we want to clean things up. And this wasn't used anyway, so that's gone now. And packages cinnamon, every single time the Carli grub poly light added. That's it. So you can easily follow along what we've done. Numbers, dates. Installation script, the same thing. We don't need this. We can actually delete a line, but okay. That's why you keep it in, right? Because you can now compare. It's not used, this is used. Those two lines are not used anymore, has no sense anymore, no function. And here we have main and master. Did not make that mistake. And that's it. That's all. Well, that's all. It's 4 hours later. 2 o'clock maybe began, 6 hours later. So yeah. It always takes time. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a day and enjoy the videos. Like I said, I still have the one feeling that would be interesting to theme it a little bit. Have a nice XFC with some nice icons. Maybe just icons, I don't know, we'll see. I'll have a few days to think about it, and I will make a XFCE package so that the settings are super when you are booting up. All right, take a look again at my wallpaper and cheers.